Our plans were just to stay in an apartment that we rented and chill out while we finished the plumbing in our van. At the end of our visit to Vancouver Island, we didn't imagine the surprises that were waiting for us as we tried to get out of the island.
They have been overbooking the tickets, and there are a lot of people here who are not happy.
The reservation was forfeited, whatever that means.
How does that happen?
In this video, you will see us missing our ferry.
I think we missed the ferry.
And having to wait for more than 6 hours at the BC Ferries parking lot, facing hunger, tiredness, and not knowing what time we would be able to make it to the campground that we had already reserved. We are Steve and Az, and welcome to Out Living. It's snowing outside.
It's snowing heavily. Look at that snow. Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? And it was quite beautiful. The flakes were really big. It was really special. We thought the snow was over. It's quite fun watching the snow when you are in a house versus in a motorhome. So here's a quick tour of our little kitchenette that we stayed for quite a while. This is the entrance door. And if you follow the corridor, you're gonna end at the bedroom. You will come to the kitchen. The kitchen is very nicely furnished. It had a little bit of everything. There was a coffee maker, a little toaster oven, very useful fridge. It had everything we needed. And a little couch, enough for 2 people. Very cozy. The bathroom was my favorite part. They had a lot of mirrors. There's a huge mirror right here. Hi everybody. Another one right here. And the shower was really great. They had 2 shower heads, and that was amazing. And that was the apartment. We were going for a walk around our Airbnb, and look at what we find. A deer. It's hard to know if your voice will be captured on the video or not, because every time you change the camera, or the range on the camera, your voice kind of disappears sometimes.
We came for a walk and we came across this. This is really interesting. I didn't realize you could put one of these on the back of a kind of a little tractor thing. You can drill holes for poles for fences.
It's been raining a lot these last few days. It's nice and unrainy right now. If we don't take the chance, we don't walk. This weekend, it seems like we are gonna have temperatures in between like 15 and 19 degrees Celsius.
It's gonna be heavenly.
We can finally do something on the van. I don't know where you are in the world, but in Canada, the houses, most of them are wooden houses. I think that's chipboard. This is what is this?
It's a vapor barrier. So they use like a wooden kind of chipboard material. It's like chipboard but put together with glue, and then that's the outside vapor barrier, so it allows vapor to escape and kind of protects the wood. But it's phenomenal how they have wooden houses here, whereas in like South Africa, Brazil,
England,
houses are brick. And as you can see, it's a wet environment, but yet they use wood. So guys, we walked down to the Cowichan River. Here you can see the Cowichan River. There's Vinod up there. And what do we see here? It started with the chair.
I think
someone liked to suntan, or else maybe not suntan. It's a bit rainy.
They just wanted to dump the chair.
And then there's a very unique stairway down.
Whoever built it did it really well. It's quite sturdy. Today's plumbing day. We are gonna put up the pump.
Pump goes here. Probably PEX pipe is running through underneath the shower to the kitchen area on that side, and the water tank.
And what does that mean, guys? It means that we're gonna have water in the van. Not for the shower yet, but for the sink. One step at a time.
As you can see, look, that's where they finished off the molding, but there were plastic pieces inside.
And some of it even fell out, like here. Oh, right here. You see? This white one.
Plastic shavings.
The van is in a serious mess. Let me show you guys. We ripped everything out of place.
Once we moved into the apartment, we just got a lot of things out of place, so it's in the real chaos in here. But I miss our little home. These holes here, I haven't covered them yet. As you can see, the bolts here, I'm supposed to cover them and paint over. I haven't done that yet. I will sometime. We're happy to announce that we are gonna have a van build guide for you guys soon. If you're not subscribed to our email list, do that, because we can get in touch with you and send you updates of new videos.
Link in the description for our email list for the van build guide.
So you always put it on the direction you're screwing.
Yeah, so it doesn't go against.
You always apply the tape on the same direction that you're gonna be screwing the thing on.
Yep, so that it doesn't go the opposite direction.
The sink is right there. This is the, so you're gonna be running the packs all the way from there back here.
There's already a hole right the way through.
Yes,
And the hole goes
right there.
underneath the back of the shower.
Apparently this one pump is less noisy than the one we had in the trailer.
Let's hope so. But hey, a pump's a pump. You can have also a diaphragm, which helps essentially to have pressure in the system so that you don't need the pump every time you switch on the system. But we're keeping it simple for now.
If you guys want to see what type of pump we have, we are gonna leave the link on the description to Amazon. You guys can have a look.
This is the outlets of the tank where the water is going to come out. And that's going to then split. One's going to go up to the pump to then go to the kitchen. The other split will go to a ball valve, which will then go through a hole in the floor. This is where we're going to fill the tank. And this is the breather one. That overflows also down through the hole. So we're going to create a hole where the overflow goes as well as if we want to drain the tank.
Thankfully, winter is over. Right now, 13 degrees Celsius, which is awesome. We are gonna point the faucet outside, see if it sprays okay, see if we'll open the water down here.
See if it doesn't leak. We need to see if this doesn't leak all the way to there. So, voila, it's working. It's working. And thank God, I don't think one leak yet.
No.
Or at least no major leaks.
And we are no professionals, you know.
Plumbing done, summer on its way. Now it was time to leave Vancouver Island. But to leave Vancouver Island, we need to catch a ferry. The problem is that we had a lot of stuff to carry back from the kitchenette back to the van. Taking things out of the van is too easy. The problem is putting them back in. And we spent hours and hours and hours carrying a lot of stuff back to the van. Even though we woke up very early to do that, we arrived at BC Ferries a little bit too late.
We are having a hectic day.
I think we missed the ferry.
I think I'm 100% sure we missed the ferry. Today was moving day. We had to check out of our Airbnb at 11 a.m. and they didn't have anyone staying there today after us. So they kindly allowed us to delay our checkout time. But the ferry leaves at 3 and we had reservations for 3 p.m.
We got here about 5 minutes late. 5 or 6 minutes late, and they cut it off a half an hour before. So there is our ferry we're supposed to be on.
Money wasted!
So now we probably got to wait 2 hours.
We are on standby, whatever that means.
Let's hope we'll be able to get on the next ferry. This is good for van life. Go to Costco, get some walnuts, because when you don't have time to eat, this is your lunch.
We are hungry. I'm almost hangry. I don't even like that. Given that a lot of people are walking, we decided to come out for a walk as well and go to that market over there, see if they have any food.
So the market for the waiting area is quite a pretty place, or at least the outside is a pretty place. As you can see, there's the ships that are waiting. So one of the ships is the ferry, I guess the one we're going on.
We are back in the van and we are very tired. Plus, the trip on the ferry will take 2 hours to get to Horseshoe Bay. After we arrive there, we still need to do some shopping because we hardly have any food in the van.
And travel about an hour and a half.
Travel, wow, there is that as well, to our campsite. Plus, everything that was taken out of the apartment and thrown into the van is all over the place. And we need to organize all of that before we get to sleep. So I hope we have an early-ish night. We've been up since very early this morning. I think when the lady said that we would be in standby, it means that if there is a space in the ferry, we would get in. Well, they have already loaded a few cars that were here on the side into the ferry. It seems like they just closed that gate right there. So let's see what happens. We need to get into this ferry tonight. The thing is, the ferry left again, and us in standby mode, we're not put inside the ferry. There are lots of other people there waiting too that are furious with the current situation. The next ferry will be out at 8:45, and there is another chance that we might get in. Again, it's just a chance. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna sort things in the back so that we are able to sleep tonight. We could also drive out, get the full refund back, but then find another place to sleep. So we have those two options to juggle with. The problem is that they have been overbooking the tickets, and there are a lot of people here who are not happy.
So I spoke to somebody who has a ticket for 8:45, but their reservation was forfeited, whatever that means.
How does that happen?
So probably the place overbooked and cancelled their ticket, I'm guessing.
Did they double book, I wonder?
Maybe.
So what's gonna happen next? We don't know. Everybody's on the same boat. Actually, we're not in any boat because the boat left us for the second time. It's 8:16. We've been here for almost 5 hours now, and Steven is very tired.
We arrived about 3, and now it's 8. Yeah, we've been here 5 hours. And so we actually booked the 3:20, and we arrived about 3. But they didn't let us on because we were 6 minutes later.
Well, the thing is that they require people to arrive 30 minutes before.
And we arrived about 24 minutes before.
Those lanes over there are people with that book reservations. Us here are standbyers. That whole lot is full. So it seems like they're doing it again. 8:40 and cars are coming out of the ferry. Now let's see what's gonna happen. Well, we seem to be going. Finally, after such a long wait. 8:56 now. We finally arrived at our destination. Things didn't really go as well as we planned because we arrived way past the check-in time.
What time is it?
It's 1:38 in the morning. So we are sleeping at the campground's parking lot. So what happened was, after the 6 hours wait at the ferry, we finally managed to get in. But then we needed to eat because we were very hungry. So we paid about $31 for 2 burgers. We try not to eat burgers, but man, those burgers were good.
And expensive.
And very expensive. So Steven had a jolly good sleep on my lap, and we just drove about 1.5 hours to get here. So it was a very long day.
So we're sleeping in the parking lot.
Yes, we are sleeping in the parking lot. But at least we're gonna sleep. We are so tired. So anyway, we catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Comment. We like your comments. Bye-bye, guys.